Alright, so I didn't expect YouTube to actually start showing my videos to people again. But I really enjoy deteriorating my mental capacity with arguing with idiots, apparently. So, I decided, seen this guy in a lot of Sir Sick videos, so I figured, and I was going and I saw that most people didn't make it more than a few seconds into my videos. Probably doesn't help with the long ass openings of the videos, but figure shorter video will probably help that. So I took a shorter video this time to debunk. Let's go.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be.
Speaking of shitty long intros,
DC here, Chris from New York, Westchester County. It's 6/27/24. The month of June gone already. Can you believe that? I'm telling you, I feel like we're in some kind of time warp. These weeks are just going by so quickly now. It's unbelievable. You know, they do say when you get older, time seems to pass quickly. I'm going to disagree with you on that.
I know why that's the case. I'm not going to explain it here because it's irrelevant.
And it's just been recently I've noticed this. So I don't know. Whatever. Have you seen any meteors lately? No.
No. Most of that is because we don't have the capability to see a lot of them.
No, you haven't. Have you ever seen a meteor go up rather than going across? No.
People have. Sorry, peanut butter cup. People have. People have taken pictures. You know what? Let me go find one of said. Oh yeah, I was having a lot of trouble actually finding this dude's channel because it was drowned out by the people debunking flat Earth. I didn't get to see literally any flat Earth channels. It was all Simon, Dan, and all of them. Amazing people. Meteor picture of meteor. Well, is meteor the fucking right term for that? I'm pretty sure meteor is the term for when it hits the ground, or is that meteoroid? It's been a very long time since I've actually cared about that shit. Picture of meteor going up, so to speak. Let's see. None of these are what I asked for. There's one. There's one. There's another one. A lot of these are fake. This one's going slightly up. This one's going nearly directly up. Not sure which way these ones are going, but if they're going this way, there are a couple going up there. Yeah, maybe Google things before you say something wrong, CC.
No, you haven't. Have you seen a real diagram of the interior of Earth? No.
As in what? As in, like, the layers, or as in an actual photo? Because, of course, we're not going to have actual photos. Most of what we know about the layers of the Earth is because we send signals down there and receive them back, and that's how we know what's down there. We don't have actual pictures of the interior, like the lower regions of the interior of the Earth, because we can't. I've seen diagrams of the layers of the Earth. In fact, I got to see one in a fucking high school environmental science class.
No, you haven't. Have you seen anybody land on the moon recently? Any man?
No, because there's no reason to. Flat Earthers like to say, oh, why don't we see people landing on the moon anymore? It's because there's nothing there. What are you gonna go to the moon to sightsee? Oh, well, you can sightsee one of 3 massive craters. That's all there is. It's just craters, man. There's not really a reason to go there. The only reason to go there is to, like, retrieve stuff to do, like, testing on it. And we already did most of that in the fucking 80s.
And on the moon? No. No, you haven't. You haven't seen that in over 50 years, huh? Oh.
Yeah, because there's no reason to. That kind of stuff costs millions, billions of dollars of funding to do. Why would we bother funding that?
Oh, but you didn't see it anyway because most of you weren't even born, or you were listening it on the radio. No, you haven't.
Dude, there are pictures. There are pictures of that happening. Pretty sure there's a video.
Have you seen a star recently?
No, because of light pollution.
No. No, you haven't. Seen lights.
Motherfucker, you live in New York. You live in a bigger city than I do. There's no way you're gonna see stars other than the sun. The amount of light pollution that you receive in your night sky will not allow for seeing of any stars. Move to the countryside. Go on vacation. Then you'll see stars.
It's in the sky, but you can't justify that they're stars. As a matter of fact, when you focus in on them, they look like little circles of light or water.
They look like little circles because, and get this, you're viewing a 3-dimensional sphere from a 1-dimensional view. That's a circle, dude.
Some of them even have shapes. Isn't that amazing? But no, you haven't seen any stars because you...
This guy is so smug for being so incredibly incompetent.
You don't know what a star looks like. You've never seen one before.
Dude, take a vacation to the countryside and look up. You might even be able to rent out a telescope for your vacation. And you might be able, to get a closer view of one of the closer stars. Might have a chance to maybe catch a glimpse of what the surface looks like.
I can tell you what a light looks like from far away, and that it eventually disappears when it gets to a certain distance and the light is gone.
And how many lumens? How many lumens was the light that you're talking about? Because stars, and get this, are fucking bright. They are so bright, they are having actual nuclear reactions on the surface, you're not going to be able to see something that isn't super bright from super far away. Once again, scale. Scale is what you're missing here.
I can tell you that. But no. No, you haven't seen any of that. Have you seen...
Long, awkward pause.
Any UFOs?
No, because, and hear me out, our planet is fucking big. And UFO is a very, very broad term. All that means is unidentified flying object. Chances are what you're seeing in the sky is an identified flying object. You know exactly what the fuck that is. Fucking plane, fireworks, birds. Chances are you're gonna know what you're looking at.
No.
If he means alien UFOs, no. We don't have any proof aliens exist. And an alien UFO would be pretty good proof that aliens exist.
No, you haven't. You know why you haven't seen any? Well, UFOs is one thing. I do believe they're unidentified flying objects up there, but they're certainly not from anywhere that you think that they're from, other planets or something like that, because planets don't exist.
What? He is just assuming that because we believe in other planets, we believe in the fact that things from other planets would be here. Why would they be here? Like, yeah, you've got meteors, meteorites, like little bits and pieces that are from other planets, probably. But you're just assuming a completely baseless thing.
No, they don't. Ancient civilizations did one time occupy this area. That's right. God the Creator created this for you, and also other civilizations have been here before. Kind of like a
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay. Fucking none of this has any basis in evidence.
Learning curve for God, I think, in a way. He or she, whoever it may be. Fooling around, you know, with things, and or maybe our governments and all.
I don't want to let him keep talking, but he has said nothing that has any kind of evidence. I want to make that clear. If I'm just sitting here and he's just talking, it's because he hasn't said anything for me to debunk. Quite literally. There's nothing that he has said that I would be able to say anything other than give me proof.
Together throughout the world that we live in, this flat land, have created this animosity that we're all in. Different languages, you know, different beliefs, different gods, all that.
What the fuck is he even talking about anymore?
You know, one time I believe there was a civilization that everybody was together, everybody thought together. You know, that was a civilization that got out quick, or probably was eliminated quickly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We don't know about any of those things because they might have happened thousands of years ago. And we certainly do, well, it's a different...
I have absolutely no idea what the fucking point of this rabbit hole is. Like, I have nothing to say on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, ancient civilizations did exist that would explain why they're blowing everything up. The fires of the 1800s, all around the same time. It was in 1878 there was a fire in every, because they burn things, they destroy things. They destroy...
Who's they? Who is the they you're talking about? Who? I don't understand who the bad guy of this scenario is because you haven't said who it is.
In the history of previous civilizations, which in fact were more advanced than we are. Absolutely. I mean,
absolutely the fuck not.
Look at the pyramids, for crying out loud.
The pyramids, and I cannot say this enough, are literally just a pile of rocks. Yeah, they're really big rocks, and it's a really big pile. That's impressive. But if you think we can't make that with our current technology, you are off your fucking rocker.
I don't even think we can build that right now, to be honest with you.
Yes, we can. The Egyptians did all that by just working smarter, not harder. Now imagine if we started to do it, we'd be able to work smarter, harder, and we'd have heavy machinery. There is no way we'd have trouble with that.
I mean, look at the aqueduct in New York itself.
I'd be willing to bet that the pieces of metal that they use in skyscrapers are probably about as heavy or heavier than the rocks that are used to build the pyramids. And they lift those up hundreds, thousands of feet even, into the air.
Okay? Is just incredible. And I've spoken about it before, and I'll continue speaking about it because it's incredible. New York itself, okay, is just incredible. And I've spoken about it before, and I'll continue speaking about it because it is absolutely incredible that this tunnel is a couple of 100 miles long, that they have access to all of...
I'm confused. Does this guy think that New York was made by an ancient civilization? Because it's not. And it kind of defeats his point of ancient civilizations being much more, advanced.
These reservoirs up and down New York State. They can take the water out, they can put more water in. Individually, it's incredible. Incredible. And all that water goes down to New York City. All done in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Oh my.
And that's hardly ancient. It's just a couple hundred years, man. That's nothing in the grand scheme of things.
My. Founded. I'm trying to figure out when it was founded exactly. I'll have to look it up, but it doesn't make a difference. But do you know the reason why you haven't seen any of those things? It's because you live on a flat land. Planets do not exist.
What? How does that make any sense? How does that not work on a globe, but does work on whatever the fuck shape you think the Earth is? Fucking flying pizza?
Okay. The diagram you see of Earth is false. It's not correct. It's speculation. It's bullshit.
Backed by evidence, and your shit is not. So I'd say your shit is bullshit.
Stars are lights in the sky. There are no pictures of stars. There's nothing. They're drawings.
Once again, go out to the countryside, bring a telescope, and take a look for yourself.
Illustrations? Sure. But there's nothing else.
I would recommend that you do that with the sun, but I don't want you to be any more blinded than you are right now. So why does he look like one of those fucking parrots? You know those parrots that have like the white feathers all up, like fluffed up in their head? It's not a parakeet, is it? Why is... I've always thought that. Every time I watch one of Sir Six videos on this guy, it's always like, it's striking. He looks like a fucking bird.
Comets, meteors. It's like the Hayden Planetarium, okay? All right? God can put whatever, he or she, whoever it may be, up there. But it's only going to go in one direction. It's never gone in any other direction, except across, maybe a little bit down. That's...
I'm really confused as to what his point is, Ian. Things go in different directions. It happens. There is no up or down in space, so everything's going every which way.
That's it. Never up.
I think he was getting back at the whole no meteors go up again, but that's... We saw actual images that people, like... And I know that the flat earthers are gonna go, oh, well, those are fake. Like, why would it be, like, 5 images out of, like, 40 if they were fake? If it was the agenda to get people to think that meteors go upward, don't you think there would be a little bit more photos on that? Don't you think it would be a little bit more common to see photos of that if that was the agenda?
And people still believe they live on a ball.
And people still believe your fucking bullshit, even though you've given absolutely no evidence.
Miraculous, incredible solar system.
Miraculous, incredible pizza world. Man, I want pizza now.
Galaxy, universe, of all of this shit flying around, all of these meteors, surrounded with an asteroid belt. That's the kicker too. I love it. I love that. That's nice. I love it. We not only do we have an asteroid belt that they say that we're surrounded with, but
you know what happens when there's a ton of shit around that just happens to be attracted by a gravitational pull, and it gets dragged along that gravitational pull? You know what happens? Asteroid belt, motherfucker. That's what happens. It's a bunch of shit that got carried by... I don't understand what the point is of denying asteroid belts, as if that's like a big thing that scientists use as an excuse, or like, it's just an asteroid belt, man.
Never any of these meteors ever come and hit us. Nah. They never land.
They don't come to hit us, first of all, because there's a shit ton of empty space in between us and the asteroid belt, and two, because They are in their own orbit. Would take a lot of fucking pinballing for anything to get sent so out of their orbit to head towards us, and even then, there's no guarantee that it'd actually be going towards us. Could be going towards other planets, or it could just be going towards the empty space that is everywhere. It's what space is. That's why it's called space.
Have you ever seen a meteor land at all? No. You haven't?
Haven't seen it because it's such a rare thing to happen. You don't have meteorites hitting the ground every day. You have, like, a few meteorites every couple of years. What are the odds that on the hundreds of miles, thousands of miles on this planet, it just so happens to land in front of you? The odds are practically zero. But it happens. You still have news articles of how meteorites shot through a dude's roof. And I bet there are pictures to back that up, too.
Billions of these cameras out there. Billions. All equipped with HD cameras. Not a single picture of a meteor landing. But billions, trillions.
Because it happens fast. What do you want us to do? Oh no, look, it's right above us. Get out the camera. Oh no, it already hit the ground. Like, it's falling from the sky. It already hit terminal velocity, fucking 100 miles up. What the fuck do you expect to happen?
Quadrillions of them are out there, and we're surrounded with an asteroid belt.
Which most of the asteroids don't hit the ground.
Oh, it's Dreamland, Walt Disney World. It's fake. It's all bullshit.
It's only bullshit in you and your buddies' minds, CC.
And people just don't get it. They still think they live on this stupid, ridiculous Walt Disney World crap. And they think they're going to the moon. I mean, really? How many more decades is it going to take for people to wake up to finally say, what the...
I'll cut this off here. Absolutely no evidence given, as per usual. No compelling arguments. No, like, nothing that a fucking middle schooler couldn't debunk with a cursory knowledge of how the universe works. Absolutely nothing. Anyways, let's see if this video actually gets some views.